We remain in France for our second meeting, where we chose Le Golf National, just to the south of Paris, where the Ryder Cup 2018 is going to take place, to meet the 2014 captain Paul Mcginley. He has 4 individual European victories under his belt, but he is better known as a team player. The Irish golfer helped to win the Ryder Cup 3 times as a player and has been vice-captain for the last 2 editions. So it's only logical that now, as captain, he is back to help to defend the Cup at home in Europe this September.
Okay.
So Paul, thank you so much for joining us here at Eurosport, and we've got a lovely day here at Le Golf National. Now, you're obviously known very well for your Ryder Cup and team success. Could you tell us a bit more about what your highlights of your individual career are for you?
Well, not as many. I seem to have most of my successes in team events and 3 Ryder Cup teams and won the World Cup as well too. But individually, I've won 4 titles on the European Tour, biggest one being the European or the Volvo Masters, which was basically our final ending event.
Yeah.
Basically, probably the mainstay of my career has been more consistency, you know, year in, year out, and playing well, and a lot of consistency, a lot of top 10s, and in America as well too. Never having won in America though, but I came close a few times.
Going to be the captain of the Ryder Cup European team, so congratulations for that. What was your reaction when you found out that that was the case?
Obviously thrilled. You know, it's a big honour when your peers vote you in to be a captain of such a prestigious captain of something like the Ryder Cup. So very humble, to be honest, and very motivated to do a good job. The players were very vocal in their support of me to be captain, and I really appreciate that, and I feel a lot of loyalty to them now to do a good job for them, represent them well.
And what is it about the Ryder Cup that you're most looking forward to?
The competition of it. I think Tom Watson, being the American captain, and the American team are going to be very formidable. We're up against it, and the intensity of competition is the tactics, the decision making, the communication with the players. That's the element that I'm really enjoying. I'm really looking forward to enjoying.
And in terms of prepping the team for the Ryder Cup, what would you say is your biggest challenge ahead that you've got to prepare everybody to go ahead for that competition? My
biggest challenge is the 3 picks. 9 players automatically make the team, qualify over the 12-month period, and then I as captain get to choose 3 extra to add on to that. So that's going to be a challenge, because we've got so many good players, so many players who are playing well and deserve a pick, but I've only got 3. So that's going to be tough. That's going to be a tough decision. And a lot of the guys who won't be picks, you know, making that phone call to a lot of them could be friends of mine and saying, look, I'm sorry, this is not, you're not going to be one of the picks, and that's going to be tough, but that's part and parcel of the job, you know. You just don't take the good bits and leave the other bits to somebody else.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll deal with that, and that's going to be difficult.
So what do you think it is that's going to make the ideal Ryder Cup player? If you could describe your ideal player, what qualities would they have?
I think a lot of people would describe Ian Poulter's performance in the last Ryder Cup as being ideal. I mean, a lot of passion. You need somebody who's very happy to communicate and play with different players, not demanding of the captain. And generally, I think we've been very fortunate in Europe, certainly the Ryder Cups that I've been involved, where, you know, the players in general are nice guys, and that really helps. There's not a lot of egos there. There's not a lot of guys demanding this and demanding that, and very important that they all give and take. And happy to row in with whatever views the captain has.
like you said, you seem to have had a lot of interaction with the other players over the last few months. Is there any input that you've given to their game? Is there sort of tips or advice that you've given?
Not really, no. I mean, I view the players very much as they have their own team. They're an individual for 103 weeks out of a 2-year period. And they set out their stall. They have their own team around them. They have their caddies, their psychologists, their coaches, their managers, all those people around them. I don't see my job. I think I was quoted as saying, you know, I'm Ryder Cup captain, I'm not God. So that's what they voted me to be. And so I don't think it's necessary when you get involved and say, oh, you should be doing this or you should be doing that. I think the guys are all very experienced. They're all top world players. They know what they're doing. They're all progressing nicely in their games. And my job is more to do with when I'm presented with the 12 of them in Gleneagles in September, putting all that together and making it into a team and making it into a cohesive unit that will hopefully win the Ryder Cup.
I think there must be a little bit of the German in him. You know, he's very organized. Reminds me a little bit of the German national team, the way they play football and the way they plan it. So I think he will be a very good captain. He won't be as emotional as others because I think that he's very secure of himself. He knows what he wants. So it will be very strong, like a strong mindset of the team, which will be great, especially with the fans in Scotland.
I think Paul's already displayed so far that he's going to be a very analytical, meticulous, prepared captain. He'll give the players, the 12 very lucky players, he'll give them every opportunity to be as ready as they can possibly be for the first tee on Friday morning at Gleneagles. He'll pick the best team. He'll be very methodical with his partner selections. And I'm very much looking forward to hopefully being in that team room. So I think he's going to do a great job.
Now, can you tell us a little bit about what you think of the centenary course at Gleneagles as a match play course?
Well, it's an interesting, very interesting match play course. There's a number of things. The most important thing that makes it so interesting is the last 5 holes. You've got a drivable par 4 and you've got 2 par 5s. So that makes an opportunity, if you're 2 or 3 down with 5 to go, a real opportunity to finish with a flourish. With the scoring opportunities in the drivable par 4 and the 2 par 5s, you can really claw back a lead if your opponent has it, and also vice versa. If you have a lead, you got to be very aware that, you know, your opponent can come at you strongly in those last 5 holes. So that's going to be a lot of fun, and a lot of fun for people to watch. If we got weather like this, wouldn't it be wonderful?
Absolutely, wouldn't it be great? Well, let's keep our fingers crossed for that. Well, Paul, it's a pleasure to meet you, and
It's a
thank you
pleasure.
so much.
You're welcome.
And best of luck for this year.
Thank you.
Oh, yes, I do.